Okay. Okay, so this next chapter is about project management. We will learn uh, the difference between a project and a program. Okay, and we will also learn how to justify a project in terms of money. Okay, based on how much money you invest on a project, what are you getting back? So we'll learn to do some calculation and see if the return justify the investment. Okay, and we will also learn about work breakdown structure that tries to break up a large and complex project into a few smaller components, and each component, because they are smaller, they are easier to manage. And PERT charts and Gantt charts are used to show a project plan in terms of the time and the interdependency, and also it will be we'll use it to help us to make correction if we are behind. And it's always, especially when you communicate with people or when you are writing an exam, it's always important to know the exact meaning of each word. For example, monitor a project, you want to know its precise meaning. It means you observe the progress. You try to know whether it is ahead or behind. And if it is behind, you want to know uh, what causes it, okay? Or you want to monitor not just the time, but how about the quality? The quality, you want to be able to tell whether it meets the quality standard. So that part is the monitoring. And the word control means you are manipulating it, okay? You try to adjust something. As a result of your monitor, you may need to perhaps if it's behind, you need to speed things up. You need to put resources into certain things. So we call that actions is control. So monitor is more observing and control is more action. So first, the term project is it has a very specific meaning. Okay, it has an objectives. It's made up of activities. It has a start and end date, very clear, and it also consumes resources, whether it's human or not. Okay, but a program is usually longer. It is longer than a project, and for example, in the case of TV program, it may have many episodes, okay? And a study program has multiple courses. So a computer program has many programming statements, okay? So usually a program contains a number of related things, and they all try to together to achieve a long-term business purpose or business strategy. And the relationship of a program and projects is that a program usually consists of multiple projects. Do I have examples here? No, maybe it's in the, okay. If, for example, if you have a program that for a company you want to improve the quality, then you may have several projects. One project is to hire 10 top people in the field, okay, with the expertise, with the skills. That may be your project number one. Your project number two is to provide some training to the existing employees. So that is project number 2. And project number 3 may be to set up some quality procedures. So all these 3 small projects together may make up the quality program that you want to implement. And because of the long-term nature, a program tends to be longer than a project. It tends to contain several projects. And also it will usually involve more resources. So a project may only involve people from one department or maybe 2, usually not too many, okay? But a program usually involve employees from many different departments. So people from different departments will need to work together in a program. So program and projects are related. Okay, one contains the other. And now we want a project, if it's successful, it must fulfill some objectives, should be completed in time, on time or within the budget, and also it should use resources effectively and efficiently. The word effective and efficient also have different meanings. I want you to know the difference. Effective means you did the right thing, okay? You complete the task, you achieve the purpose. And efficient means you finish your task with using just small amount of resources, including time and people. Okay, so use this as an example. If you are if you ask a friend to drive you to Mongkok, okay, your friend have a car and your friend drive you to Mongkok. If he can only drive you to Tsim Sha Tsui, then he is ineffective, because Tsim Sha Tsui is not really your destination, okay? But suppose your friend is a race car driver. He drives very fast. Other people takes 10 minutes to Mongkok, but he only takes 5 minutes. So from the time perspective, then if he can take you there in a short time, then he's efficient. But if he drives very slowly, much slower than other people, then he's inefficient. So how to put it back into the context of programmers? If you are a programmer, you write programs, and your program does everything that the customers want with no bugs. And maybe it can be measured by number of bugs per kiloline of code. If your measurement is 0, then you are very effective. Okay, so you're very good in effectiveness. But maybe you are very slow. Then if you're slow, then you are inefficient. If you are fast, then you write many lines of code in an hour. So, but the two quality may not go together. Sometimes some people, for example, Peter, let's say if the average effectiveness is $2 per 1,000 lines in a company, and the average efficiency is 100 lines per day. Actually, you may think average programmers should write more than 100 lines a day, but in reality, at least in the Western country, I think that was the figure. Like we're usually in only hundreds, not doubt. Like people can never write several hundred lines of code a day. Okay, usually uh, it will be quite outstanding if someone can manage that. But suppose for that country, average efficiency is 100 lines of code. Average effectiveness is $2 per thousand line. If Peter finished 500 lines with $1 in a day, so 500 lines, oh, in 5 days. Okay, 5 days, 500 lines, $1. So 500 lines is average. So if $2 per thousand line, then $1 for 500 line is also average. So his effectiveness and efficiency are both average. But let's say if Mary finished same task, same programmed task in 2 days, okay, versus 5 days, then she is very efficient. But in the process, she created 4 bugs. Then she's not very effective. So, and the last case is someone did it bug 3 in 3 days, then he is both effective and efficient. Okay, so I guess let's call it the day for today, and thank you for being relatively quiet to help us have a good class. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week.